Alright, once more with feeling. Alright, I'm back. Now, here's what I'm going to do. What we are going to do is all about crazy. So, I realized while I was rambling on about life and meaning and all that other stuff, I apologize, but hey, sometimes you're in the moment, you're in the frame, and you gotta go. So, I built up 20 cruisers, which isn't bad, and I'm not at war, and it's 1893. I've actually fixed my budget a bit. And what I'm thinking is we just go around and we upgrade our boats. Step one. Step two, we start building a more competent navy because we have a limited crew pool here. Oh yeah, this is going to be tricksy, isn't it? All right, so I have 20 ships now. What I'm thinking of is putting another 10 in the Cubas, and then another 10 in the Philippines, and then we can just kind of build it out and see how it works. I think that's a good plan to start, and then we can modernize our fleet, and then we'll go from there. So we'll have another 10 here that are going to be in Cuba. So let's go on down here. Havana. Boom. Done. In 9 months, they will be ready. And then I will build another 10 in the Philippines, and then I will update the shit out of them. Then after that, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start christening new boats, and I'm going to go to the Patreon to name people. And I'm gonna start from the beginning in the Patreon again because I feel a lot of people were cheated because that playthrough did not last as long as it should have. Because I spent most of my time running around like a goblin in a D&D adventure, just begging not to get hit. I was really scared most of the time. And this time around, it's about revenge. Spain is on the warpath. Now, with the Dreadnought Improvement Project, I don't know exactly what is the be-all end-all. I don't know what the metas are. I haven't read much other than understanding that it improves on a great number of systems and has replaced a certain number of things. So I'm going to make sure my unrest is at 0. And that is my main goal. My objective is to make sure that my government does not sell me out. I do not want my government to sell me out. I don't want my government to fall down. I'm also struggling with the notion of trying to make sure that the other governments don't get so big I can't fight them. Because they're all going to be playing a little bit of Rochambeau with the colonies. They're all going to be trying to grab a colony. And with the previously, quote, minor nations, end quote, having major nation status in this game, they may also have ambitions on territory, including ambitions I may hold. So that's not cool. Being that I am an empire, Spanish empire, I cannot allow any of these backwaters, including my former territorial possessions, to suddenly reach out and to say, that is mine. I will not allow that to happen. I instead will show them on which side the tapas are made. Okay, relations with France. Ooh, that's money. No. France, you can suck it. You can suck it. Suck that baguette, France. I'm not doing that. You can suck it. During a foreign visit in the Empire of Japan, our finance minister received a severe blow on his head by protesters. I told Japan that they're responsible. You start cutting heads, or I'm going to start cutting heads. Just a little off the top. That's how it's going to be. All right, cool. Looks like our shipbuilding capacity is... Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's what we're talking about. I'm going to build me a shipbuilding capacity that's good. And people won't laugh at me as much. They're going to laugh at me anyways, but still. I'm going to try to build a large shipyard so I can do my best, so that other people can, what's the word, suck it. That is my main goal. Ooh, plus GDP. I don't care if it comes out at a little unrest. GDP good. Well, it's not the sole reason of wealth generation, but anyways, yeah, okay. Commissioning boats. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. There we go. Oof. All right, so Spanish Empire. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Dominican Republic was found to support armed terrorists. Terries. I'm going to Drax them sklounced. We're going to fireboard those mother jammers. Onward, boys. Onward from Havana. We will go over there to Puerto Plata. And we will destroy them. We're going to show them who's the real man in the Mediterranean, in the Caribbean, and in the Philippine Sea. Oh, we're going to go around and we're going to fight them on the ocean. Oh, yeah. I'm Spain. I'm going to get you on the top rope and I'm going to feed you the pie. Can you imagine if that's how, like, countries declared war on each other? They had like masked wrestlers, you know, that would deliver those, you know, like that would be a lot cooler actually than just some formal I declare war, you know. You have some masked wrestler who's like, oh, I'm afraid you've stolen my fish in international waters for the last time. It's time to get you on the floor and I'm gonna tear your face off. My navy's on its way, so you best start digging a grave. Like, that would be really cool. I think more people would appreciate the foreign state departments of other countries if they had that sort of approach to things. I know that's not practical in all circumstances, and I know that it is perhaps something would be lost in translation, right? But I think that we would also open up an avenue for people to find themselves in the theater of professional wrestling. These are my thoughts. Judge me as you will. All right, so technology, advanced, pants, shit. All right, so transport capacity, crew training, yes. As soon as this invasion's done, these guys are going back to port because all these boats are fucking expensive. And I'm about to upgrade them to make them even more fucking expensive before I go to the Patreon and start naming boats after people who will drop the Patreon as soon as they find out how shitty the boats are. They'll be sitting around with their friends in their Barca lounger, and they'll be like, "Ah, yes, have you heard of the Tex Talks fellow? Hey, he's also a boatman, if you know what I mean." And, you know, their friends are like, well, what the fuck are they talking about? What, why? And they'll go, "Ah, yes, well, I paid money to this stranger, and in between the battle Texas, he is a man who has promised to play boat game, and he has named me for a vessel." And their friends, you know, will do the Spock eyebrow raise, right? That peaked eyebrow, just slowly raising up. And they'll say, "Look, here's the ship he named after me." And then as he points and gesticulates to the screen, you will see this amalgamation of sad And their friend says, how much did this cost? And then the guy won't say. He'll just like stir his drink. You'll hear the ice clink, and he slowly gets on his phone and cancels the Patreon. That's how I visualize that. If that happens, it's fine. Thank you for supporting anyways. Okay, 5 more months, we're going to start running into that negative money, which is not the good. So I'm going to take a little bit out of R&D for now, because we are average with technology. We're advanced in technology. I keep seeing that fluctuate back and forth. So we're right on the cusp of outpacing other people's technology, which is nice. But I need to throttle that back so I can build my cruisers. These are only light cruisers, mind you. These are only light cruisers. So keep that in mind. Another thing I've noticed in the Dreadnought Improvement Project, and this is something to keep in mind. When you build a ship, you have to put all of the armor on it. It doesn't just have a armor belt already on it. And including the armor on the barbettes, on the guns, on the everythings, you can armor the ship up and then go, wow, look at all the armor I put on it. Have no armor on the barbettes, on the guns, whatever. And then one shell just goes under the collar of one of those gun turrets, and you have a thermonuclear fucksplosion that you can see from orbit, which is pretty cool. I mean, like, I would be sitting there with my sunglasses on being like, cool. But your Navy would be very dead. Anyways, we own the Dominican Republic now, which is neat. And yay, we did a little bit of colonialism as Spain in 1895. We were just like, what's up, motherfucker? And they're like, you're not welcome here. And we're like, oh yeah? Oh yeah? And they're like, yeah? And I slowly pull the gun out of the holster, because I have a ship in the harbor. And I'm like, Mano Sariba, motherfucker. And he puts his hands up. And I'm like, yeah, I claim this land for Spain. And he's like, but you had this already, kind of, by default, just considering how the, spheres of influence are. And I'm like, yeah, but the flag's different now. And they're like, okay, I mean, that's just a little bit of a, formality, but I mean, why? And I'm like, because I'm a shallow being and I need this. And they're like, oh man, that's so sad. Do you need a hug? And I'm like, yes, I need a hug. And then we hug it out. And then that guy who was nice to me, even though I put a gun on him, he's the viceroy now. Because he was nice. Remember, always be nice. You could be the viceroy of Spain. Just saying that out loud. Okay, we've got a Navy that's like 40 cruisers, which is not bad. Not bad. We have no flagships whatsoever, which is not good, because if you don't have a flagship that you can point to, most people think your Navy's is sad. You'll be like, I have a giant Navy, and they're like, oh, what's your flagship? And you're like, it exists. It's real. And they're like, we'll point to it. And I'll be like, that one. And they'll be like, that's just one of your ships that you put a flag on. And I'll be like, no, that one's different. That one is 10 tons heavier because, shut up. Because of an engineering defect. They didn't know how to read that drawing, and I put a coffee on the edge of it, and there was the ring, and the ring looked like a bulkhead at the right, and that is why they put that there. It's not a bulkhead, really. It's just it's an arch with a like a buttress. Anyways, that's the flagship. They're not going to like this. All right, so let's see. We are doing all right. Yeah, I mean, if we have tech at 90%, we're making money. All we need to do is just keep upgrading the fuck out of our Navy. And, yeah, I mean, I can induce draft on the boilers and many other things, and I could certainly get our Navy to be like less sad, and I could make it a global operations fleet. So one fleet could theoretically, in theory, support the other one, except for my holdings in West Africa, which I will just have to go next door to the Germans or the French and be like, I need to borrow some coal, and they'll be like, who are you again? And I'll be like, Spain. Come on, guys. We have a history. It's long, it's interesting. There's some Habsburgs. The Manila Galleon, we went over that. We had that. That was cool. We had some conquistadors. Those guys are baller, you know. Francisco Pizarro and all them fellas. They're pretty neat, you know. Christopher Columbus and all that ring a bell. And they're like, no, it doesn't ring a bell. I'm like, can I have some coal? And they're like, no. And they close the door because they're assholes. So what we're going to do, let's see. It's going to be a while before I can really upgrade anything of meaningful measure. I mean, I can start to get torpedoes that have slightly longer range, but nothing too terribly crazy. I'm hoping to short my finances. Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. We are at plus $11,000. That's enough left over in the budget to make sure every ship has a black cat. See? That's great. Every ship should have a cat. Actually, most... Okay, here's a fun little... Oh, what's this? Plus money. Yes. Yes, I'll do that. I know it's temporarily negative money, but I don't care. It's plus GDP, and that's what we need. Wait, that's minus GDP. That's minus GDP. That's... Fuck Turkey. I'll take that. I know that's minus naval funds. We may be broke, but... Not minus GDP, which is fine. There, no training this week. Everybody take a holiday. Now we'll be all right. Oh my God. All right, here, boom, done. Watch. Boom, next turn. Everything will be fine. Send all the scientists and all the people home for a day. And then we save all that money, and then we just bring them right back. We're like, hey, we furloughed you. Not really. They're like, shit, I thought I had a 3-day weekend. And we're like, no. I gave him the month off without pay, unfortunately, but you know, that's how it is. Spain has invented the government shutdown. Yeah, we're going to do very slow training for a while we unfuck our budgets, but yeah, our shipyards are actually of decent size now. And okay, so here's what I'm going to plan on doing. I need to upgrade this fleet. The Pepito class needs to be upgraded, obviously. No one else wants to buy these things, which makes me sad, because these look like happy boats. I mean, the roll and the pitch is not bad. It has plenty of smokestacks. I mean, this is a happy boat. I mean, sure, yeah, when the wave breaks over the bow and then gets in here and floods all those guys out, that will suck. But it's a perfectly fine boat for Europe. Fucking all right, here's what we're gonna do. Gonna strip it all down to the deck, because that's what they normally do with a whenever they refit boats in this era, you'll see they'll do that. They'll just scrape it down to the deck and be like, all right, here's what we're doing. You haul it out of the water, scrape all the barnacles off the side, and then we're gonna put a better tower on there, and then we're going to put a better secondary tower on there, right? And then we're going to put some funnels on there. We're going to go funnels, right? And then we're going to have some funnels, and then we're going to have some more funnels. And look, engine efficiency, better engine efficiency, yeah. And a 4-inch gun, that's not a bad gun size, actually, for what we're doing. I mean, it's good enough. It's good enough for the era we're in, certainly. Maybe 3-inch guns. Yeah, I'll have some of those as chase guns on the side. I can't... Right there is a really... Oh, no. I'll have some little 2-inch guns there. And then, ooh, I could have... Yeah. Oh, wait. Those will collide with those. That's fine. But yeah, I got some littler guns. Oh, man, everyone's got guns on this ship. This is fucking neat. Oh, hell yes. Smokestack gunnery cruise. Hell yes. Hell yes. This boat is cool. And torpedo tubes. When a shell hits this boat, it's going to explode forever. It's going to be the coolest thing ever. People are going to be like, oh my sweet Jesus. Oh my sweet baby Rays. That thing is exploded. I'll be like, he lived as he died. Awkwardly. Okay, as you can see, I have no turret armor whatsoever. This is what I was talking about. The game will be like, "Ha, you got this. Everything's fine," but it's not fine because all this has been stripped off. So like the 4-inch guns, they have no armor on them. The casemate armor doesn't exist. So you have to actually go in and put armor on these things because the game is like, haha, no. This is something that happens with the mod. And I found this out the hard way. I built a ship in testing, and I was like, why is it occasionally a shot will go through and then Jackie Fisher explosion? And they're like, I don't know. Why would that happen? And what I find out is the game does not actually add in the armor. You have to actually go in and do that manually. And I was like, oh, fuck. And that's fine. So, yeah. All right, there we go. A little bit more belt armor. And the conning tower should get... Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. Pepito, 1896 version. Done. What a good boat. What a good boat. Yeah. There we go. Refit. Gonna refit all my boys. Hell yeah. 5 months. How much is it gonna cost? Oh. No, we're not gonna do all of them at once. We're gonna do one at a time. Suspend. Sweet Jesus. Oh, God. We're refitting 40 ships? No, we're refitting one. Boy. That was expensive. Yeah, it's probably because we just, like, dumped it all in the shipyard at once. And people are like, oh, really? Okay, well, yeah, we can get this done by tomorrow. No problem. The cost is, and then they just draw a bunch of zeros on the end of the monthly operations cost, and I just start crying, Okay, one ship's ready. The monthly balance is still negative because all these ships are in dry dock. Why did I do that? Because I'm dumb. All right, so we're gonna figure this out. I'm not terribly worried. I just have to figure out what to do. All right, knock the tech budget down by about that, and then I'm gonna go into the fleet and take, let's say, 1, 2, 3, and then resume. Okay, I'll resume 3 more. Resume, right? Okay, good enough. And then the monthly balance will go up as we go on. Yeah, Britain can be our pal. Bestest buddies. Like, oh, yeah, okay. That alliance lasted like a day. They came over and they were like, I love you. You're so wonderful. And I'm like, yeah, we're great. Thumbs up. And he's like, who are you again? And I'm like, Spain. And they're like, no, not you. And they leave. And you're like, man, that guy's a dick. All right. So those are done. Cool. All right, so I'm going to do the next 5 and then resume. Yep. Excellent. We're just going to do it in batches. Oh, man, they're provoking me because they know my fleet's in Hawk. Like, you assholes. My fleet's in Hawk. I get it. Come on. We're refitting them real quick. You hear guys just driving rivets in the yard. It's like just hurrying up. So we're all sweating bullets. Like all the other navies realized my navy's on break. So they're like, hey, Spain doesn't have a navy. And they're like, really? Oh, let's go over here to Mallorca. They're like, hey, Mallorca, you want to speak Italian? Oh, boy. Yeah, okay. Germany, nah, fuck off. Look. I may not be a perfect country, but I'm here. All right, let's see. Okay, these guys will be out in a month. Yeah. Okay, monthly balance. Boom. Done. All right. Now we're swinging. I'm going to come out swinging. And you know what? We need to design something in the interim. We need a proto-destroyer, I think, for Spain. And I want something that's not just the swarm of a torpedo boat, but something that can actually has some projection power, has some firepower to it, has the ability to reach out and clap people. So I'm gonna need something like that. I'm probably gonna need some sort of proto dreadnought as well. All right, so that's done. That's good. It looks like that is actually done. My shipyard expansion is done. So fuck it. Let's get all the rest of these guys in the water ASAP and get that done. And as soon as we do that, those guys are going to be fucked. And then we can start building our navy proper. And they'll stop trying to, belly up to us and be like, oh, what's Spain up to? Quit hitting yourself. And I'll be like, really? Don't talk to me or my colonies ever again. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We have 40 boats. We have, could we fight the United States in an upcoming war? I don't want to. Oh yeah, Argentina did this. I'll just blame it on Argentina. I'll be like, hey, you gauchos did this. And they're like, what? I'll be like, come on, we could build a navy. We could both build a navy. We just have to pretend we hate each other. And they're like, oh, right. Fuck you, man. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Semi-dreadnoughts, interesting choices. Modified barbette ships. Ooh, that's a weird looking, not a battleship. The game says it's a battleship for the sake of classification. You know what? This kind of speaks to me. This cursed thing speaks to me. We're going to build a few of these because why not? Be right back. Time to go to the Patreon and lose some Patreons. All right, so here we go. Let's see. Name. A Kalik. Yeah. Patreon person? No. Battleship guy. So, we're gonna... Wow. That's a mast, huh? Boy, this is certainly looking to be an advanced vessel. Oh my god, what is this thing? All right. I'm not worried. We're gonna build a boat. It's got a lot of smock for friends. Okay, you know what? I'm just curious. I'm just curious. Oh my god. So here's something that I'm having done, and I promise when it's done, I'll share it with you guys. But I'm actually having someone do the exporto from the first of these fun runs that we did. I'm having someone actually make that, who's a model maker. They're kit bashing an exporto together, and they're gonna show me when it's all done, and then I'll show you guys when it's all done. We'll have an exporto that we can share to the world. But I know some people out there have said that when the ship that their Patreon name is named after finally gets, in the video, they're going to hire someone to 3D print it. So they can have it on their desk, and I think that's a funny way. That makes me giggle, because that is a funny way to have your tie-in. Be like, yeah, no, where does that boat come from? Oh, it's not from a game per se. It's from this weird Let's Play that I joined, and it built me a ship. So, as you can see, a Kalik, I opted for Smonk for optimal engine efficiency. Okay. It's not even that fast. Oh, can it go that fast? It cannot. Well, hold on. What about triple expand? No. Oh no. Does this have to be a slow boy? It can't even do it. Wait, what about steel? No. Nickel steel doesn't make it. Is it too many smog stacks? Come on, it's not that many smog stacks. All I wanted to do was cruise the ocean. Come on. Okay, I'll choose something else. Boy, Just going around, pulling up to a port, and sorry, I'm laughing. I have this visual. All right. Imagine with me, if you will. You do a foreign port visit with a ship that has the many smokestacks. Your ship's coming into port. And they know it's coming into port because they see like a weather pattern on the horizon, right? It's just a ball of smoke. So, you have like birds falling out of the air, just covered in smoke in their feathers. You have like people on shore having to walk around with, like handkerchiefs over their noses that like it's just soot has covered the buildings. You roll into port and your guys look like horrible Morlock monsters that have just come from the depths. People are like, oh yeah, they love it when we visit ports. There's just like a black line of soot in the water. Every inch of the ship is just pitch black. How much coal do you guys use? Yes. What a good boy. All I wanted to do was cruise the ocean. Why are they so upset? All right, so we're gonna build a battleship that's kind of reasonable-ish. All right, so I need to put some actual armor on these things so that they have like armor and don't explode, because that's probably useful. Actually, let's see, how much armor can I put on these things? Oh yeah, hell yeah. 9 inches, 7. Okay, 7 inches all around seems like a good idea. And we'll do like, okay, is that the maximum? Okay, yeah. All right. So this is a good boat. I mean, for what it's supposed to be. Can we do a 12-inch main bat? Oh yeah, all right, yeah. Okay, this is respectable. We're starting to get into like, wow. Okay, that's actually kind of terrifying when I think about it. 12-inch side. Okay, what about 16? 14.5 inches is the maximum. Okie dokie. Boy, we're ruining history. Okay. Okay, like your boat is pretty tough. Yeah, if people are like, why did Spain collapse? It'll be like, because they had no more metal. And let's build 2 of these sons of bitches. Oh boy, are they expensive. That is an eye-watering price. All right, let's wait until we get a bit more money in the treasury before we walk this into the halls of power and watch them just shriek. Put this thing on the floor for debate, and they're like, everyone else just withers. Ah, God. All right, so what we're gonna do is we are going to build like 2 of these, right? That's what we can cost above available funds. As soon as I started trying to build one, the train started honking outside, so it's like a siren went off in Parliament. They're like, someone's trying to introduce a bill that will bankrupt the nation! So here's the thing. Mr. Trainman is an asshole. I've heard this from other trainmen, people who do trains professionally, and they're like, yeah, there's no reason for someone to actually do it that much for where you are. Because everyone I've explained to where I am who knows me is like, oh yeah, no, that's fucked up. It's just a handful of engineers who are like, me like honk good. Okay, France was my ally for like 6 weeks. Okay, we're going to try to build one of these ships. And boy, are these going to be expensive. Let's see. Empire of Japan. Fuck you, Japan. My guys ain't doing naval exercises in your waters. My guys haven't left the port. We don't have money. We almost went bankrupt, you asshole. You guys are like, oh shit, that's how much it costs to build that fucking thing? Jesus Christ. All right, here we go. They have to move all the budgets for the boat. Our very limited battleship program of one. Holy fuck. And America's building battleships by the, like, oh no. Look over there. They're just building battleship. And I'm like, that's not good. All right, so we need to somehow afford more boats. God damn it. So here's what I'm thinking. Plan B, some little cheaper boaty destroyer shooty doo-doos, because this shit is expensive. I'm gonna have the battleship based at Cadiz. Cadiz nuts. Boy. All right, so yeah, we're gonna need to figure out how to build something that is certainly cheaper, because we can afford the battleship. Like, I think we'll be able to build a battleship every 10 years at this rate. Holy shit. But it is all the metal, which is pretty baller. I mean, we could also try to increase our financial holdings by just finding somebody who doesn't like us all that much and poking them in the eye until they give us some territory. Unfortunately, that person looks like the United States, who is just like seething right here. They're just like, when it comes down to Spain, and we're like, oh no. Not good. But yeah, I think a bunch of disposable lighter boats are probably the way to go. A bunch of boats, you know what I mean? Boats. That's the way to go. Boats. Oh yeah. All right, let's see. Tension, transport losses, relations improved. Right. Okay, so 13 months to build that boat, which is an improvement. Let's see. We are slowly building a larger shipyard on paper, though I'm a little worried at the nature of... All right, there is about where we can hold the tech budget, which is still good. We're still at 90% of our tech budget, so decent. I mean, it's not quite reached that sad age of modern fiscal budgets where it's flat budgets forever. But let's see. Oh yeah, Japan can suck it. I'm not interested. We now can build torpedo boat destroyers, which means we can build destroyers. Well, the predecessor there too. They're just basically very large torpedo boats at this point, in shape and in function. But they have more hulls, so they can carry more whittle guns, so they can shoot people. But yeah, the Soviet Union exists, and there's Soviet Morocco down there, so that's an interesting idea. We have unlocked picric acid, so we can time to get into the engine room and build some stuff. All right, torpedo boat destroyer. Bam. Wow. Wait, 962 over 800. Why? Is it because the engine? Is it because the engine too big? The engine has not quite reached its ability to go fast yet. 24 knots. Oh yeah, see, that's what it is. So, yeah, we've reached our era of Sag when it comes down to engine power, because we don't have the turbines and truly really good multiple expansion engines yet. Yeah, this is not the good. So we're gonna have to hold off until we can get some better engines to propulse our boys across the ocean. Ah, yes, looks like our shipyards are now at a larger size. It's, yes. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Okay, where are we going? What are we doing? It's time to move forward. Spain, 1897. It's grandpa time in Spain. Oh boy. Portugal warns their head of Admiralty, Martins Almeida, for his excessive naval expenditures. Oh wow. Yeah. Well, they can fuck right off. How's that? Because we're gonna keep doing what we do. Boy, that is way over budget now. Fuck. Because I'm trying to build up my shipyards to be huge. You know what I could do? With everyone else trying to build, I know what I can do. I could build a disposable torpedo boat. Or a torpedo boat destroyer, right? And then I could just sell it on the market to everybody, right? I'll build the smallest one that is also very cheap. Yes. Well, not super cheap, but has some features, but not all the features. And then, they'll be configured as required by the end user, which is my nice way of saying that they can pay for their own upgrades. And then I will put this on there, and oh my god, that's more funnel than ship. Yeah, there. All right, and then there. Okay, good. And then we have the main gun, little 3-inch gun there, and a little 3-inch gun there. Oh, yeah, okay, and that needs a torpedo, right? So, look at this. This is a boat, and it can do no range. Don't worry about that. And can I get it up to 26 knots? Okay, what about 25 knots? Okay, what about 24 knots? Yeah. Oh, and I can put a rangefinder on it? Hot damn, and some enhanced torpedoes and not black powder. And yeah, see, look, it's a patrol boat. It's a patrol boat for nations. Yeah, exactly. This is going to be called the friendship boat. So that way, when they buy them on the market, they can say, no, that's not part of the military budget. That's part of the security budget. It's the friendship boat, right? So then I sit here and twiddle my thumbs and wait. Come on, markets. Come on, markets. Come on, markets. Come on. Friendship boat for sale. Come on. Uh-huh. All right, hold on. Let's see politics. Oh man. This is rough. See, minor allies? Like the minor allies and shit is just stretched on forever. It's probably another screen at this point. Yeah, I'm just gonna sit here and hope that friendship boat TM sells worthy enough. There we go. Friendship boat. As we build the battleship. I'm waiting. See, everybody's admiralties are getting in trouble for spending too much money. And I am finding ways of making the budget work. By cooking the books. We have 2 sets of books. God. Alright, so, yeah, here we go. We're just going to do our thing. We have monthly balance, naval funds, and all these fun things. What are we doing here? At a press conference, a journalist asked if you consider the United States a possible enemy for your future. You know what? Yeah, they're an adversary. I'll just say that to feed into the global fear market. I'll be like, yes, of course they are. That is exactly who I've built the battleship for. In fact, if anyone threatens me, I will build further the battleship. I will use it to defend the nation. The battleship is the source of all of our defense interests. Oh, God, I am terrified. America is going to fall down the stairs and kill me. That's what's going to happen. I mean, I don't even have to go over there and fight them. They'll just sneeze in my direction. I will catch ill and die. Let's see. All right, we're getting to the point where we can start building better engines soon, which is going to be a huge benefit. Being able to speed to the enemy and speed away is very, very, very fucking handy. Being able to outrun your enemy is a huge thing in this game. It's a huge thing. Okay, yay, the Nationalists Party of Spain something. Okay, I'm just gonna play it cool right now as I try to make our budget not implode. Oh boy, oh fuck. Alright, look, good enough. Okay, 5 months, 5 months, 5 months. That's all we have to come up with is 5 months of funding. Why won't people buy Friendship Boat? It's named well. It has Torpedo. It has Smokestack. It has 2 of them, you know? Come on. Come on. It's a good boat. It'll be fine. All right, look. Here's what we're going to do. I'm just going to sit here and play it cool. If America wants to throw down, we're going to throw down. And it's going to be, you know... Why is Greece trying to fight me? Come on, Greece. Thought we were on the same side here. Opposite sides of the Mediterranean. I stay out of your shit. You stay out of my shit. We both like kebab. Like, you know, we both like shawarma. Both like pitas. You know? Why do you have to be an ass? Don't make me come over there, Greece. Because I'll do it. I'll shell some of those islands of yours. I don't know which are yours and which are the Turks, so I'm just going to shell both and probably make the war worse, but, you know, you're getting some. Both of you are getting some. Both of you will pay for this. All right, let's see. Okay. Oh, boy. They built a Canopus-class battleship. Interesting. Uh-oh. Okay, Soviet Union and the Chinese Empire have gone to war. Korea rammed into one of my boats, and I was like, how fucking dare you? Or one of my boats rammed into theirs, and I said, how fucking dare you? Same thing, same outcome. How fucking dare you? As I'm sure they said back to me, you know, fists clenched in rage. How fucking dare you? All right, here we go. Spanish Empire. Kingdom of Portugal created plans of new design. Manuel II class heavy cruiser. Heavy cruisers. Well, la-di-da. I have instead built Old Boat and the Battleship, singular. You know? We've gone into that, and it's going to be obsolete by the time it rolls off the slip yard, but I don't care. Because it's good enough for me. So there, boom. Okay, and it's finished. It is finished. It's finished. You're in trouble. Now that I have the battleship. Yeah. Exactly. Dread. That is what you're going to feel. The battleship has hit the water. The battleship. Actually, it probably needs fitting out right now. Yeah, the crew's figuring out how it works, but soon you will be in trouble. Soon, TM, you will be in trouble. The battleship. The battleship. All right. Can I? No. All right. Good enough. 1 month. 1 month it'll be done. And then it'll be in water. And then I will have to afford its operating capacity, and it will bankrupt me. But the battleship. I have 1 battleship. I have 40 light cruisers. I will fight. I have 58 naval prestige. I have 0 unrest. I am Spain. I am a mighty warrior. I can hold my breath for hours. No, old Let's Play. That comes from an episode called It Is Noted, which was probably one of my favorite rounds ever of Colonial Marines in Space Station 13 land. If you've never watched that episode, it's pretty wild. It is a very wild episode of all the bullshit madness that happens. Okay, let's see. Oh, we're on the fence. And let's see what we got here. All right. About to bring that tech budget back up. Yeah. We have a nice shipbuilding capacity, too. I mean, we can actually build almost World War One size battleships, really. I mean, that's respectable. It's a respectable shipyard size, and certainly far ahead of its time. I need to expand it further, anyways, because it's me. But oh yeah, Germany wants to be our friend. Okay, Germany can be our friend. That's cool. That's cool, Germany. You know what? I love you so much that you're a friend that I'm gonna go poke the United States. Increase tension. I'm gonna be like, hey America, how's it going? How's it going, buddy? Feeling good over there? Not for long. I'm gonna come over there and I'm gonna fight you. I'm gonna bend your toes the wrong way. I'm gonna take your shoes and I'm gonna fill them with butter. I'm gonna fill your walls with spaghetti and then I'll spackle over it. Alright, let's see. Wow, they ignored us? That's kind of mean. We were trying to increase tension. Like, what do we do now? Do we, like, lay a mine or something? Is that how you do it? Just, like, put a mine in their harbor? Maybe they'll get the message. We need to send, like, a masked wrestler to, like, beat their president up. That's how it's done. Hello, it's me, America. I'm here to destroy everyone with the power of wrestling. Oh, yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over there in Spain. And I'm going to shoot them in the deck. That is my plan in Spain. I'm going to be wild. I'm going to be crazy. I'm going to see how the Dreadnought Improvement Project makes this game better or worse. And I'm going to see if I have what it takes. I doubt I have what it takes, but we'll see. Oh, hell yeah. That actually worked. America Angie. Look at that. Minus 97. Hell yeah. All right, we got this, boys. We're about to go to war with a superpower before there is superpower. We're in trouble, but not right yet. Right now, we're America. Okay, here we go. Well, no, we're Spain. Shit. Okay, come on. Come on, America. Let's do this. Come on. Come on. Come on. Bring it. Bring it. Bring it. Bring it. What do you got? What do you got? Bring it. Yeah, okay. Greece kind of sucked up to me. Greece was like, hey, we're sorry our guy was mad earlier. He just had a bad day. His wife stabbed his dog. And we're like, whoa, that's fucking crazy. And they're like, I know, right? And we're like, Jesus. Okay, leave us alone. Keep your women away from us. Fuck. All right, the United States sent us an ultimatum. No. Oh, we're at war with... Uh-oh. Oh, man, we started a war between us and France and us and the United States and the United States and Netherlands. Like, it started a world war. It is 1899, and we started the war. So let's look at what we got here. France has 56 ships. Okay. United States has 47 ships. Okay. They have 13 battleships. Well, on paper, really. Yeah, I'm going to improve relations with Britain. I'll see if they'll tag in. And the Netherlands loves us, so they went to war. They have a smaller fleet. Who else loves us? The German Empire loves us. They're our ally, so they should have our back. Maybe. I don't know. But we'll see. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my fleet and I'm going to move up. No. I'm going to go take I'm going to go start taking stuff from the Panama Canal. That's right. And then I'm going to take the fleet here in Barcelona, right? And I'm going to take Corsica cuz that's mine now. That's what I'm going to do. And you know what? The battleship that sits at Cadiz, it's going to sit right there. The Akalic, yeah, by itself, because this is the 1890s and what are screens? I'm going to take the Manila fleet over here, which is on its own. And I'm going to go down here to Sarawak, and I'm going to be like, dun 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 dun, and they're going to be like, oh, don't do that. And I'll be like, yeah, I'm doing it, bitch. So here's what we're going to do. Friendship boat, delete. Time for friendship over. Friendship canceled. Friendship canceled. War boat, correct. So, first step first, we're going to go cheap. We're going to go cheap. And you know what? Von Muffinbeard. Yeah, I got the Patreon open, and guess what? This guy, he got our back. Last time around, he was a mighty ship, and now he's going to be a... she's probably going to get mad, but you know what? I'm sorry. War has demanded it. We're going to war. Okay. Double. Can I get a 25? 25 good enough? No? No? Okay, what about 22? 22 knots is fine enough. Maybe. Triple expansion. Okay, what about 25 knots? No, not with triple expansion even. 24? No. 23. Good enough. Okay, good. Because I'm trying to increase the range of these things so I can actually send them across the ocean. 23 knots. 23 knots is what it's at. Anti-flooding, who cares? Picric acid, though. I am going to give them that. I'm going to give them some rangefinders and slightly larger torps. And I don't really care on the shells. I mean, it's just one tiny gun. It's eh. And I'm going to give them like a sliver of armor. You know how there's like Goldschlager? You know, it's got those little flecks of gold, right? You know, that's how much armor is going to be on this ship. It's going to be that much. You know how there's like gold leaf that you can eat in rich restaurants, you know? That's what we're going to put in this. Okay, bulkheads standard? No. Few bulkheads. Von Muffinbeard. The austerity design. We're going to mass produce these sons of bitches because they are cheap, and I'm going to build like, oh yeah, it's below my funds at the moment, but I'll get more money. I'll get more money, America. It's on now. Okay, here we go. It's time for war. It's time for war. Beat the drums, drink the rums. Time to punch a whore. Mr. Tex is off to war. Okay. I'm sure we could write a song about all that. Some sort of shanty. Dun 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 dun. Okay. You know what? I have to challenge Goat for that. It's building new ships. America is probably just shifting its economy over to war, and like it's just become aware of what Spain is. It's like, oh yeah, they exist. And then the Death Star is in firing range. Destroyer class. Finally, I can build destroyers. Not that I will. All right. So what do we get here? 1 battleship, 2 battleships. What is he gonna do? I don't know. All right. So let's just see if we can take shit from him. Oh, it doesn't look like I have the tonnage. All right. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? He's going there. I'm gonna try to head him off. And, boy, what can I do? Because there's the French. Oh, then they're attacking me overland. That sucks. All right, what can we do? Because I'm looking to cause as much fucking damage as possible. Oh, naval invasion. I can naval invade France. I can naval invade France? Corsica's only that much? Holy shit. Yeah, I'm gonna naval invade France. Holy fuck! I did not know it was that little. I'm like, I thought we had some actual barriers to us now. That's like a baby gate. All right, yeah, let's do it. Let's invade Corsica. We're gonna take Corsica as they like march troops down the isthmus and try to march into Spain. You bastards! I'll stab you in the legs. You're not allowed in. España. I'm gonna kick your navy. I'm gonna throw your navy down the stairs. I'm gonna be mean. I'm gonna go roar, smash. All right, Portugal's with us. Thank you, Portugal. Japan and the Soviet Union are fighting. All right, they are pushing in. And the U.S. is helping. That's not so good. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to move you there, and then, yep, I think we can take it. Now, as far as this goes, I'm going to go try to take North Africa from them. Where did the American fleet go? What? God damn it. All right. What's the fuel status? 72%? That's not that good. All right. Boy. You know what? Let's go seize the Panama Canal. Let's see. Naval invasion. What else can we grab? Doesn't look like I can grab anything in the Pacific. Unless, you know what? Let's go fucking fight for Cameron Bay. Why not? Why not? Come on. Let's do this. You wanted to fight me? I'm right fucking here, baby. They're like, we didn't want to fight you. You wanted to fight. And I'm like, that's right. That's who I am. I'm the belligerent one. Es muy bellicoso. Is that Italian or Spanish or neither? That just seemed right to say. All right, anyways, here we go. Mr. Texan, poor Espanol. Espanol maldito. All right, what we're going to do is we are going to fight the enemy. We are going to fight the enemy with our navy, which is hopefully the good. If nothing else, I hope that this serves as an interesting approach and opener to the Dreadnought Improvement Project, which is a mod that I intend to continue to support and let people know exists, because I love mods and I love modders, and I think that modders add a lot to anything. Long after game developers and game makers have moved on. Okay, what is that? Oh yeah, I don't have the tonnage for Algeria or France, really. I could take Corsica. I know I could. What about America? What could I... I don't think I have the tonnage for any of that. I really don't think I do. But I'm going to just keep it there for the time being, and just to be, belligerent and bellicose. I'm going to be like, what are you going to do, bitch? I'm going to sit off your ports. I'm going to sit off your ports with my boats, and we'll be like, what now? I'm just going to clap my chest and walk around and be like, King Kong ain't got shit on me, baby. I'm going to invite them to try to find me, to stab me, to hurt me, but they can't, because, I'm crazy, and that's what they got. They're going to have to fight me in the streets with their droogs, because I have my droogs, and we're all dressed up. We're ready to go. We all got sombreros on, ready to fight. We got them comfy ponchos on. The ponchos you can use as a bedroll if you need to. Yeah, we got them. We got bullet bandoliers. We got senoritas that'll miss us. Did they get senoritas that'll miss us? I don't think so. We got a mariachi band backing us. We got corridos written after us. Yeah, we're badasses. We're going to go out here and we're going to fight them. We're going to fight them in the streets, and we're going to be like, hey, man, we're a world power. And if they don't want to fight us, I'll be sad. Oh, wow, the Soviet Union took Formosa. That's weird. All right, so looks like they are making some headway. They're losing a lot of dudes, but we're also making some headway, which is good. Looks like Colombia is actually taking the Panama Canal, which is, good Lord. I guess they're just really mad, They're just like, fuck you, man. And I'm like, all right, don't be mean. All right, so here's what I'm going to do with my battleship. I'm going to move my battleship, right off the coast of France, and I'm going to just sit there and be like, what's up? How's it going? Come on, France, let's do this. Come on, Barbie, let's go party. And they'll be like, what? We're just flashing that over on the semaphore, We got the shutters and the lamps. Come on, Barbie, let's go party. And they're like, what? Oh, God. All right, let's see. Yeah, we got Corsica. Fuck you, buddy. That's what you get. We're going to set off your harbors and be mean. And then what are you going to do about it, huh? Maybe I could take Fort Bayard or something. Yeah, none of these I could take. All right, come on, fleet. Let's go up here. Let's go over here to Haiphong and stuff, while the Soviet Union is attacking China ruthlessly. It's like, oh my God. Someone made him very upset. And that's fine. That's none of my business. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to start building the Von Muffenbeard torpedo boat destroyer fleet, and I'm going to build like 20 of these bitches in America or near it, and then I'm going to send them up the coast and tell them to just attack everything that moves. I'm going to be like, if it's a boat, sink it. There, boom. That'll be building. So if this war lasts another 6 months, which it might, unless they take like mainland Spain, which what is my army doing? I wish I could support land operations because that is across the isthmus. I should be able to shell in support of that, even though by this time in the 1890s, ship to shore bombardment was not that far inland. This isn't World War II where you're like nailing across an island completely. It's a little bit more primitive than that. It's like I have to see it to kill it. But that being said, yeah, I should be able to at least scare the shit out of them. Or prevent them from using the coastline. All right, here we go. Oh shit, they have a cruiser loose and it's sinking some of my transports. And I couldn't do anything about that. That sucks. But we have more than enough transport capacity being built. Oh, he got set back on land. Fuck yeah. Fuck his navy. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to bring our ships around here. I'm going to fight. Because I don't think I'm going to be able to blockade this dude. But I know what I can do, which is I can just start trying to fight his navy every which chance I get. I've got the Spanish Navy literally sitting off the American Sea. We're sitting off Norfolk. You know what? New York, New York. Here we go. Start spreading the news. And we're just going to roll up there and be like, yo soy americano. They're like, no, you're not. And I'm like, yeah, I am. I am now. Shell. Yeah, let's get in there. Let's get in there and just start being dicks. I'm going to take the fight to them. You know, I'm gonna head off history. I'm gonna be the change that I want to see in the world, which is more tapas bars. Not more topless bars. That's different. I really wouldn't want to go eat. I have eaten at a restaurant. I got dragged to a restaurant by a friend who said, let's go to this restaurant. It's really interesting. And I didn't know what he was talking about. He said, it's really interesting. You'll like it. And I was like, okay. And I just shrugged, right? I was just, And he said, no, you'll really like it. This is a really interesting place. And we went in there and we were seated. And I noticed that the lady who seated us was dressed in a very scantily clad thing. And I was like, well, that's... What? No. We will fight to the end. Jesus. But yeah, it was weird because I noticed the waitress that seated us was kind of scantily clad in the entryway. And I was like, man, that's kind of weird. And then we went in and I noticed all the women serving food were topless. And I went, huh. What do you think about that? You know, just I didn't say anything, and he just kept smiling like, "Yeah, this is that place." And I asked him because I'm autistic and sometimes I don't notice things. So I asked him. I said, "Is this a topless restaurant? I've heard of these. I heard this was big, like back in the '70s with like Playboy clubs and stuff." And he's like, "Yeah, it is. Isn't it great?" And I just looked around and I was like, you know, the internet exists. Like that was the first word out of my mouth. Like you can go see titties anytime you want. It's not hard to see them. Like you can just Google boobies and enter and there you go. It's not difficult. And he says, "Yeah, but you know, it's different. You're eating." Like that was the thing. And I told him a few things. Like one, not everything done naked is attractive. Not everything done naked is attractive at all. he disagreed with me. He thought that everything done naked was attractive, and I was like, no. Like if you're like cleaning something or like struggling to carry something, or you're like really tired and bored looking, that's not attractive. Like, when someone's relaxing and they're in their element and they're having fun, that's attractive, right? When they're at work, not exactly attractive. And he disagreed with me. The other thing is that, not all boobies are correct, or I mean, wouldn't say correct. I would say they're not equal. Not all boobies are equal, right? There's like a tier. There's a tier list, like S to fail. And hold on, I'm being blockaded by what? Oh, he brought out his big boy navy. Here we go. Here we go. Let's have a fight now. He brought his navy out to finally blockade me, which is what I wanted. I wanted an actual fight, because right now I'm only just picking at his military because he won't fight me. America's trying to fight Denmark for some reason, trying to take their shit. I'm going to fight down there and like defend against Denmark because Denmark didn't do anything wrong. Denmark's just being a dude that's cool. He's like, hey, why is everyone being mean to me? All right, I'm going to make my tech budget 0 for now, because I'm being blockaded. And that's going to fuck with my economy horribly so. And I'm going to break this blockade by fighting his boats. I'm going to punch them right in the tits. Just but yeah. That was a weird experience. Like, some people take you to places and they're like, isn't this exciting? And you're like, no, not really. Now, one of the other experiences I would say that was really an eye opener was I sat down with a friend of mine once. We were on the couch together hanging out, and he said, what do you want for dinner? And I said, I don't care. Like, I literally was like, meh. I'd reached the whatever phase of like dinner, like ambivalent, do not care. And he said, well, do you want Chinese food? Do you want burgers? Do you want pizza? And I was like, don't care. No opinion. Null opinion. Don't care. And he goes, well, do you want pasta? Do you want tacos? And I said, don't care. Really, I have null opinion. Zero opinion on any of this shit. Don't care. And he goes, what if I told you there was a place where you could get anything you wanted? You could get pizza, you could get tacos, you could get, Italian food, and he just listed it all off like it was this magical place that served all the things. And I thought it was like a trick. Like, it was like, it's my mom will make you anything you want. Or, that, or it's like a local family eatery where they'll just do whatever because they don't care. Or a restaurant that is plagued with a menu that is like 80 pages long, and the wait staff is like, please don't order things on page 37 through 58, right? Oh, it was none of those things. He drove me to Golden Corral, and I was suddenly in an interesting headspace because I realized he thought I didn't know what a buffet was. He thought he was the person who was opening my eyes to the concept of a buffet that had everything. And so I went with him, Korean government was, no, we're not going to go fight Korea. Those guys are tough. Have you seen their Jesus? The Korean Jesus is ripped. Okay, the Caliphate in Brazil are fighting. But yeah, Korean Jesus is ripped as shit. You're not going to fight. You're not going to fight that guy. Oh, man. But yeah, so he took me to this place and he goes, check this out. Check this out, Tex. They have, and he literally walked me over and he goes, check this out. They've got, here's where all the meats are. And here's the pizza. And I was like, wow, that's incredible. Such a bounty. I had never thought of such a thing. Because I was very impressed that this person thought that I did not know what a buffet was. And I realized that I shouldn't be a shit and just be cynical, but I should be thankful that I had a friend in that moment who thought it was their duty to drop everything they were doing and show me what a buffet was, to open my world to that experience. It was fun. I was like, wow, this is an amazing place. And he goes, yeah, there's about one in every city. I said, huh, what a world we live in, right? It's amazing, isn't it? What? No, my government surrendered. No. Oh boy, what do they want? Oh my God. I have to give them torpedo boats in Guam? In Guantanamo? But I didn't even fight them. I didn't even fight them at all. My government surrendered to them? But there was not even a war. Oh, it was probably the blockade, huh? Damn it. Damn you to heck. That's it. I'm going to take it out on America. Because now I have Spanish Guam and Spanish Guantanamo Bay. Damn you, sirs. Damn you to hell. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to invade American territory. Because I have to. I have to save face. I have to save face. I can't believe they did that to me. That is outrageous. That is out fucking rageous. All right, we're gonna go take it out on America. Here we go. We're gonna go do that now. Oh, God. So that Golden Corral story is why I did Ameris and the Golden Corral thing. I had to choose a restaurant. Like, oh yeah, they dumped his body behind a restaurant as a joke. And that's why I chose Golden Corral. A friend of mine who thought I did not know what a Golden Corral was. Okie doke. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go fight America as best possible because it says we're still blockaded, even though we made peace with them. And there's no American ships in the area. That's pretty bizarre, isn't it? But, I mean, God damn it. Here's what we're going to do. We're just going to go over to America. And we're gonna be just belligerent as shit. I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna fight them. I'm gonna be like, listen here, America. You may have blockaded me with France, but you have not blockaded my friendship. And I have some torpedo boats, and France took some of them because they wanted those as reparations. I don't know why. I mean, they're just throwaway boats, but they wanted them. They were like mine, and I was like, no. They were like, yes. And I said, no. And they said, yes. And I was like, all right. Because my government forced me. And then they took Guam, which is fair, I guess. And then they took Guantanamo Bay because, well, I mean, that's traditional. I guess that's the one you trade away. But still, it's not what I wanted. Oh, well. So, yeah, I don't know why. Oh, yeah, economy is stabilized. So we're at war. We're at war. Who's trying to invade the Western U.S.? The Ottomans. Good Lord. Why would you do this, Ottoman Empire? You know what? I'm just gonna just sit here and I'm gonna put my tech at like 70% while I build up bigger shipyards and nurse my wounds. And I'm gonna build up my little boats. And my boats are hopefully going to arrive soonish. They're taking their time. But yeah, I'm going to put my fleets together because there's my battleship fleet and all right, all you guys are coming together into one big mob, and we're going to just take all the American possessions. We're going to take them from America, and then I'm going to go in there and I'm going to punch them in the tits. I'm going to be like, listen here, America. I am the guy who controls the Caribbean. Except for Guantanamo Bay and the part over there that Denmark has, and some of the other France, like Point Pitre and Fort de France, and okay, some of the English stuff too, and the Dutch. But I control the rest of it. All right, these beaches are mine. These beautiful women they're my employees, and I've got all the little coconut drinks with the umbrellas in them, and you can go fuck off. I make the rum, you drink the rum. That's how this is gonna work. I'm gonna punch them in the tits. I'm gonna go over there and fight them. All right, here we go. Here we go. Wow, the Dutch took over Honduras. I guess they can make the Dutch master cigar now. Okay, 30. Yeah, I've got more than enough boats here. Naval invasion. We're gonna do Costa Rica. No, we're gonna. Yeah. All right, let's do it. Let's do Haiti first. Then we'll do Costa Rica second. And then we're going to just go ape. I'm gonna take the Panama Canal if I can. And then I'm gonna steal maybe Maine, maybe the Gulf Coast. I don't know. I'm feeling crazy. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show them that I will cover up my lack of naval competency by, I'm going to show them my embarrassment in one war is replaced by my awesomeness in another war, right? I'm gonna cover up my incompetence with a layer of competence, not really competence. Favor, fortune, yes, that's what I'm gonna do. When people ask what war is good for, I'm going to show them pictures of all the money we made. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. I started this fight. Yeah, we're going to take it. All right. Oh, yeah. Okay. They're all fighting each other. And God, they are really fighting each other in Central America down there. That is rough. Where's my fleet? Okay, transiting Gibraltar. Good. Soviet Union controls southern China. China's getting gobbled up. Soviet Union's fighting a land invasion as well against Western China, which is fine. That's none of my business. Leave me out of it. Okay, torpedo boat squadron, the Muffin Beard squadron. I'm gonna park you fuckers right up here. Yep. I'm going to park all of them up here, in fact. There we go. And we're just going to have them all at sea. And I'm just going to be doing figure eights right off New York Harbor. I'm going to be like, come out and fight me. Come on. That's what we're going to do. Just fucking running out there, having fun. Be like, come on, bring it. I'm going to start shooting holes in everything that comes out of American ports, and then I'm going to start squeezing American ports for what I can. I want the Panama Canal if I can get it. If not, I'm going to start just trying to terrorize America and see what I can get out of them. Because I lost my ass to France. Because I think they probably could have taken me out on land. That is the terrifying thought, that they could take me out on land, and that would be the bad, if they did that. That would be not good, to say the least. Oh man. All right, here we go. Soviet Union initiates major offensive. Okay. Okay, so here's what we got. How's this going? Oh yeah, we're gonna take Haiti. They're marching across on land, but I can take that back. Yeah, we can. All right, I've got torpedo boats sitting off New York Harbor. Okay, my navy is slowly making it across the ocean. It is very, very antique navy. It's like grandma's first navy. All right, here we go. Okay, 19%. Got it. Research. Okay, we're getting there. The Von Muffinbeard is certainly proving its value. And I have the battleship. The one. The only. I'm hoping to build another one, in fact. You know what? Yeah, okay. Build one. Yeah, we can afford it. We can just barely afford it with our military war budget. Yay. Okay, so in 17 months, we'll have 2 battleship. Hell yeah. We just got to keep this war going till then. All right. Dun 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 dun. We're going to take Haiti away from them. And then I'm going to go for the Panama Canal. And then I'm going to go for Costa Rica and everything else down there. And I'm going to just kick the shit out of them as best I can. And then I'm going to terrorize the southeastern seaboard. I don't think I can blockade them. I don't have enough firepower to do that. But I can wear them down and make them sad, which is just as good. That is just as good. And you know what's crazy is, well, I did lose Guam and Guantanamo. I just realized something. Because Guam, yeah, that's a good base to control the Pacific if I had interest, but I already have, Manila and the Philippines. So that really doesn't do anything for me. Oh, and we got Haiti. But I did get Corsica, which I think is the better trade, if I'm being honest. So, that war didn't necessarily end to my disadvantage there. I mean, certainly, yeah, I would have loved to have had an actual fight and not had, being choked out. That would have been a nice end to that, but it could have gone a lot worse. I mean, we did get a free Caribbean island that we can hang out on. That's a winner, isn't it? It's a winner chicken dinner. All right, so while we figured that out, and the enemy's like, why? And it looks like, Dutch, Honduras, and Nicaragua is trying to fight against American San Salvador and Costa Rica. And Colombia is trying to take the Panama Canal. I mean, this is fucking bonkers. No, I'm not going to fight Korea. Again, their Jesus is ripped as shit. I'm not going to fight them. Every Korean I have met has had a steely-eyed gaze that assured me that I would be on the losing side of that. If push came to shove, steely-eyed gaze that just said, like, don't fuck with me. And I agreed. Would not do so. You can tell when someone has their shit in order and when someone can do something about it. Every Korean I have met has had that steely-eyed gaze, that resolve, that they could like punch a fist through me with not much effort at all. They would part me like the Red Sea. I would be gone. So yeah, I'm not gonna fuck with them. Again, they're Jesus, super ripped. Not gonna fuck with them. Korea can be over there. Korea can be cool. You're cool, Korea. Don't fuck with me, and I won't fuck with you. All right, let's see. Puerto Limon. So it looks like we had some crazy stuff happen. It looks like the Dutch actually took Panama, and the Dutch took Nicaragua, and the Dutch took Honduras. And they're trying to get America's trying to fight them off on land. Not sure how that's gonna go. I mean, that's kind of rich when you think about it. I mean, that's gonna be some tough terrain down there. I mean, fighting through the isthmus, some really, really tough campaigning. But what I can do is, our government wants to create an alliance with China. Sure, I don't care. I mean, they're like, no. All right. Japan and Korea are at it. Korean and the Netherlands are at it. Good for them. I'm staying out of this shit. All right, so they're actually gaining some headway there. You know what? While this is all boiling over and I can't take Panama anymore, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go threaten Maine, as is my traditional attack here, because that's funny. And we're going to go do it. We're going to go do that while our torpedo boats just powerboat off their harbor. And they're like, why? Everything else looks fine, except for this map gore here. Doesn't look great. And most of Europe's the way it was, except for some of the Balkan stuff, which I'm not getting involved in because fuck that. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. Don't fuck in the Balkans. Like, if I had a book for dictators, Mr. Texas Guide to Dictatorships, like, page 1, do not fuck with the Balkans or in the Balkans. And then, you know, you got page 2, stay out of Vietnam. Page 3, stay out of Afghanistan. Page 4, be nice to people, right? These are your pitfalls. You can be nice to people, don't be too nice to people, obviously. If you're giving free and loving to everyone, you will end up with nothing and no one will remember how nice you were. They will just be like, "Oh, cool free stuff," and walk away with it. That's sucky, but that is entirely true. Sad to say. All right, here we go. Oh, yeah, Chile is supporting us through diplomatic means. Greece fired their admiral. Good. Okay. Here's what we got going. Puerto Limon and and they're all just fighting each other. That's neat. All right, let's go take Maine. Let's go take Maine. We're gonna go do it. We're gonna go do it. We're just gonna go take Maine, and they won't know that I did it. How much do I need to Maine? Yes, we have the tonnage. I think we actually do have the tonnage to take Maine. Yeah. Let's do it. Come on, Battlefleet. Come on, Battlefleet. Let's take Maine. I don't think we have the tonnage to take, like, the eastern U.S. or anything, but we could take Maine, and we could have it. We'll show the U.S. I love that the U.S. has, they've classified regions, you know. Whoever made this game classified the regions. They're like, this is the eastern U.S. And I'm like, not really. That would be like the Northeast for anyone who lives in America. Like north of Virginia, all the way up to the border. That's the Northeast, you know, for most Americans. But they labeled this as Eastern U.S., which I guess it is. But they had the wherewithal to put Maine in its own little bundle up there, which is smart, because most Americans do not know when Maine entered the Union. I think Maine entered the Union in the dark without telling anyone. They just kind of snuck in. And no one knows when they entered it. They're just like, how long's Maine been here? And they're like, mind your own business. You know, they're just weird. Maine is very strange. They are a bit bizarre. There's a reason why all the Cthulhu stuff and all the crazy horror movie stuff happens up there, because it's just rural. It's rural and woodsy and folksy, and people are, you know, from yesteryear. That being said, if I had all the money in the world, I'd live up there. I'd live up there in Maine. Just a little rural and be away from people. That would be kind of nice. Have a little bit of land and, you know, maybe some freedom of just relaxing. That would be nice. That would be nice. That would be very nice for me, at least. All right, let's see. Spanish Empire. Building new ships. Building. Construction complete. No. Let's see. What we're going to do is we're going to, I'm going to try to take Maine. And once I do that, I'll be like, America, you lost. And they're going to say, no, we didn't. And I'll say like, yeah, you did. And they'll say, no, we didn't. And I'll say, yeah, you did. And then we'll argue back and forth. And then they're going to probably take Maine back. But in the meantime, I might pull off some other things. And if America claws some of this back, I'll go down there and take all of it. America will be like, haha. And I'll be like, you lose. Because I'm just going to swoop in there and take it. Honorable third party. Which is something EVE Online taught me. The greatest party to a conflict is the honorable third party. Show up, take credit, win. Find two people who are beating the shit out of each other, and then when they're on their last respective gasp each, torpedoes into both of them, disappear. The honorable third party. How to destroy. All right, let's see. Max shipyard size is getting pretty good. We are bogged down in what seems like forever war, but our unrest is at a reasonable rate, and the naval prestige is really nice. That is a very nice naval prestige. I think we're doing all right. We haven't lost any battleships. We haven't lost a ship yet, really. No, not fighting with Korea. Not doing that. Not today. Oh, transport capacity went down a little bit. Can't have that. That'll cost me money. I'm going to make this down to 80%. I'm going to make this a little bit more positive so I can get that back because I don't want to lose any of my transport capacity. And, oh, hull strengthening. Nice. Yeah, and in 10 months I will have a second battleship, and it says that's, oh yeah, it's because they actually brought a navy out to try to stop me, maybe. Well, bring it, buddy. Bring your navy out. Let's do this. Come on. I'll fight you. Bring it to me. Fight me with your navy. Come on. You have a navy, I have a navy. We have a navy. Together, we can be more violent than ever before. Bring your navy to me. Bring it. Bring the navy to me. Let us fight. I declare war. Come on. It'll be fun. He's like, no. I'm like, all right. So be it. Now, my ships are a little bit antiquated at the time being, but I'm willing to bet so are his, unless he's building a giant fuck-off boat, you know, like he's been slowly building a dreadnought for a few years, and he shits it out of Maine, and it just comes over to my boats and just punches a whole square through them, and I cry for 10 years. Oh boy, here we go. Here we go. A clash of fleets, what I had asked for. So it looks like he hit my secondary fleet here. He has heavy cruisers that are actually heavy cruisers. He has light cruisers that are heavier than my light cruisers. He has battleships that are Arizona class. He's got 13-inch fucking guns on them. All right, here we go. He's trying to break the siege of Maine. Let's see how the Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts Dreadnought Improvement Project handles this battle. Because I'm curious. I've not yet had a proper campaign battle in this. I've done a few test battles, but I want to see how this shakes out. And if I get my ass clapped, so be it. So be it. I'm just a little guy. Oh man, those are some interesting ships. They don't look terrible, in fact. All right, here we go, boys. Okay, they've been spotted to the north, boys. Let's do this. Oh, look at that. All right, there we go. Come on. Enemy spotted. Smonk ahoy. Now, I do have torpedoes, which is good. The torpedo range is reasonable. It's 0.9 kilometers, which is not great, but I'm... okay, there's his boats. Slightly faster boats. His boats have low fuel, looks like, so this will be interesting. My boats still have most of their fuel, so this should be good. All right, boys, let's do it. As you can see, I have this wonderful onion of shell ranges here. So, yeah. We're engaging. I'm going to make sure that I should have changed my formation before the fight, but whatever. Some of my shells are not getting through. We're just really pelting each other at this moment. Nothing really to show for it. He's trying to cross the tree, or T. I'm trying to cross the T. I'm starting to get pins on him. Yeah, we're starting to hit each other now. You know, we're about a kilometer distant from each other. He's peeling away. I think he doesn't want to get torped, and I think I obviously don't want to get torped. He's pulling parallel, at least. I'm getting some pins on him. He's getting pins on me. We're starting to hit each other. I got a torp away. I doubt it'll be good. He got a torp out. Holy shit, I hit him. Holy shit, he hit me. First torpedo on torpedo fight. Hell yeah. Yeah, we're probably going to kill each other, but still, that's badass. It's nice to know that we're evenly matched. It's not just cartoonish. Oh, Petronilla, pulling away. I think that's named after a saint. Alright, here we go. I'm just going to hope to keep the battle up best we can. There's the San Francisco. Yeah, our battle lines are doing alright versus each other. Looks like we're doing pretty much okay. Because battleships are hanging back. They have 10-inch guns. Oh, man. They're like the USS Maine style battleships. Well, this one is. This one is not. This one is more like Mikasa. Which would be... Mikasa would be a good example of boats from the Vickers, Armstrong, Whitworth groups. You can actually go see Mikasa today. That's a good example of an export battleship the British made. So far, so good. We're kind of evenly trading here, for the most part. Some of my guys over there are probably going to get into trouble. I'm starting to take some of the worst of the torpedo hits. Come on, hit him. I know you can do it. You can if you don't care about your fellow shipmates. I mean, we're just shooting torps at each other. Ooh, yeah. Oh, that's a good hit. That's a good hit right on the bow. Yeah. I kind of want to go try to torp their battleships, just to take them out of action. I just kind of want to take a lot of shit out of action, actually. So you know what? Let's do all HE, baby. Yeah, all HE throughout the fleet. All HE, aggressive as shit. All HE all the time. Smonk. We're here to start fights, baby. That's what we're doing. I mean, we are doing pretty good damage to each other. I'm also getting a good look at his navy. That's the more modernized ship, I think. Yeah. Interesting. You know what? I'm gonna break. I'm gonna do something uncharacteristic. Having skirmished with him, I'm gonna break with him now. Now that I've tasted the blood a bit. Let's break from him and let's see what he does with his navy. Because he's got some interesting ships, you know. Some of the older stuff. My battleships are more modern than his, but I see battleships with asterisks because one isn't even complete yet, and the other hasn't been tested. So, yeah, this guy's probably been testing these for a bit. They probably work, even though they're very ungainly. The offset gun stuff is always annoying. That is technically balanced, but I hate it. It upsets me. All right, here we go. All right, we got it. We might take a few ships out on the way out. I mean, we're plastering them. I don't have the torp. Oh wow. Okay, that's a lucky hit. I don't really have the torp range or the weight of fire to fight their bigger ships more effectively. And they are technically faster, but my ships actually have more fuel, which is bizarre to me. I'm just going to hope to do more damage to them as I slowly pull out here. As I slowly pull out of formation. And I'm going to hope that they... you know, get the memo and leave as well. Now, if they want to keep fighting, that's fine, but it's not going to end well for them. Because they're going to get slowly attrited because this isn't my main body of my force. And while they can sink all these ships just fine, they're going to run out of ammo. And they're going to take a lot of little bits of damage, which is going to overflow their shipyards. Which is where all of this is going to hurt them quite badly. Quite badly indeed. Alright, yep. He's about to lose another ship, but I'm taking some serious losses over there. It looks like his ship body is split in two. He's got his main fleet up here, and then he's got his cruiser squadron out here, and a lot of these guys are low on fuel. It's a bit bizarre. A lot of shots being blocked because both of our guns are weak as hell. We just don't have the velocity in these guns right now to penetrate each other's armor. So we're starting fires, and torpedoes are doing the major brunt of the work when the torpedoes work, which sometimes they don't. Alright, we're just gonna keep fighting. I'm gonna hope to fight these guys away from their big fleet, because it looks like their battleship fleet doesn't have the accuracy yet, or weight of fire. Those are big guns, but they're very slow firing and quite low velocity. So they don't have the range you would expect, or the range of, or rate of fire to be able to do anything. And my fleet is going to probably shellac these last two dudes pretty well and do some damage to them. Oh yeah, we got one that surrendered. Yeah, the Biloxi has surrendered, and then the San Francisco is on fire and is taking heavy casualties. He has 40% losses. Looks like he's trying to disengage, but I mean, with that listing and damage, that's going to be rough. I mean, they're fighting disengage. His main formation looks like it wants to stay at range, which I understand. However, the San Francisco's taken 2 more torpedoes. It's likely to go down. Alright, and some of my ships are starting to show significant battle damage. We got a lot of shots in our locker, but probably not enough. Like, I don't know what their heavy cruiser armor is. It's weird, they've gone with mono guns. They have single gun turret guns on them, but they are 10-inch guns, which is even larger than... Oh, San Francisco surrendered. Got it. Those 10-inch guns are even larger than the guns that American cruisers, heavy cruisers had in World War II. Those were 8-inch guns on most American heavy cruisers. So, yeah, that's pretty interesting. Yeah, my guys are going to try to disengage as best possible. But I do have some ships that have engines out. That's going to be a little bit more problematic. That being said, I'm continuing to pelt these guys pretty good. Starting some fires. And I'm going to go back to everybody can use whatever they want. But at the ranges we're engaging, it's seldom that we get pins. Oh, there's the Olympia. Oh, shit. He just had a torpedo detonation. Which is quite easy, because a lot of torpedoes at this time were propelled by all sorts of fun things that could go very, very wrong, including oxygen. Oxygen is really, really, really combustible. So, yeah, not great. Looks like he's like, fuck that. Oh boy. Well, we have managed to do quite a bit of damage to his fleet. But it seems some of my ships with their engine damage are not going to do very well in the long run. So the ships without engine damage are going to leave as best possible. Oh, whoops. There we go. You, and you are going to detach. You guys are going to flee at speed. You guys are going to stay and fight. That's how it's going to be, you know. And you guys who are staying and fighting, aggressive on the torpedoes if you can. Por favor. I don't care anymore. Yeah, they've come close. They're going to die. Ones who are leaving though need to leave at speed as best possible. Ones who are here, you know, fight. Because I got 6 that could make it. But the rest are very, very engine compromised, as you can see. Barely able to make speed. And while they are slowly getting murdered, they are doing a pretty good job covering, because they're having to shoot through some of their own guys who've already surrendered. And the rest of these guys are chewed up pretty bad. So yeah, this is a fairly even trade. And if we have just one more of theirs burst into flames, this'll be a win. It's a shame I can't attach tow lines, drag my guys along. Because that's what I'd be doing. I'd be like, nope, we'll build a conga line. The ships with engines will pull, the ships without will shoot. I mean, some of these ships are more, you know, hole in the water than ship, but I don't care. I mean, we are really beating up their navy. And while they are going... Yep, one of my guys surrendered. That's fine. While we are taking some casualties, the amount of damage we do to their navy is going to be great. Because this... Oh, he torped... I think... I'm not sure if that was one of mine. I think he may have torped himself, which is hilarious. He's like, no! Good job, boys. Yeah, I think we're out of torps, actually, which is great. But yeah, if we can manage to do some major damage to them, and get their ships to roll over in the time we have left, or at least to return to harbor and need massive refit and repair, that's good for me. That means that my fleet is now free to cause havoc and do bad guy stuff, and his fleet can't. So, ha. Oh yeah, he's trying to give the kiss of death to my last few boats over here. While the boats I'm having pull away are trying to, you know, pull away. I hope that some of these boats that have stayed behind are able to do some last-minute crazy shit, because that would be awesome. 1 or 2 lucky hits, you know, kill an officer, or shoot the flag off the flagpole, or get that lucky golden BB hit, you know, to do some damage. That would be great. Doubtful, but that would be great. Because they're trying to kill them, but it's, their gunnery is really poor. And the ships back here might as well not be participating, because they occasionally land shots, but yeah, they're present in name only. Is this guy gonna get close? Oh, please get close. Okay, he's sinking, right? No, please sail in closer. I have some torpedoes. I don't know how, but I do. Okay, and you... I'm gonna have those guys smonk, because they're just gonna pull away in the smonk. While these two dudes are, sadly going to have to stay and die. They're going to do quite a bit of damage on their way out. Because again, shelling people, especially amidships like there, that's boiler compartments, that's engine compartments, that's stuff that does not like salt water. Saltwater intrusion in these things fucks them up pretty bad. Yeah, the crews on these are just loading shells and throwing them at the enemy. I mean, yeah, we're starting to get some damage done to these guys. Penetration chances are fairly low, but again, the shell fire from back here on the American battle fleet is piss poor. That is not adding anything to this. Oh, here we go, here we go. Doing some good damage. This crew may be idiots, but they're my idiots. Starting fires, breaking casemates. The Petronilla is like, nah. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna detach you. You, buddy. I'm gonna have you turn, even though your engines are shot and you're full of water. You actually have some torps. If I can turn you to present them, that will be hilarious. All I need is one. All I need is one. See, the Petronilla's going down. My other guys are leaving. This guy's making a mistake. This guy's making a mistake. This guy's making a mistake. Torps out. Oh, no. They're just wrong. Damn, that would have been awesome. Oh, that one went crazy. That one, uh-oh. Is that one heading for the Biloxi? That guy surrendered. That's a war crime. Uh-oh. Oh, dear. Oh, boy. He's ramming me. And I torpedoed the Biloxi. With that torpedo that broke. Which is not good. Is he gonna live? He rammed me. It's like not smart there. Yeah, he opened his frames up, and I fired 2 more torps out, which hit. What did you do there, dingbat? I torped the Biloxi. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. That was not intentional. Yeah, he was hit again, but I hit compartments that I think were already underwater. That is rough. I mean, he's not in good shape either. What a crazy fight. Don't have my battle line just leave. Here we go. They're gonna try to take him out, but he's fighting like a crazy bastard. He's like, go ahead. Shoot, you coward. You kill only a man. He is fighting. Antonio de Ulloa? Yeah. Don Antonio. What a name. You're a sir among boats. Yeah, they're gonna have to torp him 100 more times. Shoot your torpedoes. I have already won. The death of Don Antonio. It's a victory, though. That's a victory for me. So America is like, why? Please, no. Oh shit, they've actually reconquered some of this. American ground forces are starting to do pretty good here. However, chance to succeed is now low because I don't have all my tonnage that I should. Fuck. They threw off my invasion just a bit. But, yeah, their fleet does have battleships, but they're not like battleships. They're like air quotes battleships. Yeah, that's about it for now. Guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting. And I'll see you next time. Stay safe. Take care of each other. All right, once more with feeling. Swing for the fences, boys. There is no reason to hold back now.